Doing my YouTube video bit. You're already in it. You're already in it.
I got a baby bell.
That's brilliant pre-workout nutrition. I like it. Yeah. The fats to slow the digestion of the carbs that you're getting from the wax on the outside. Full unboxing video. Baby Bell unboxing video. It wasn't even a vegan one either. Fuck that. Anyway guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be filming my pool day. Now I am a little bit limited in what I may be able to film due to the fact my battery is only on like 25% right now. It is charging, but we'll see how much we can get away with. I want to film as much as I can before my phone dies, but hopefully I'll get like 40-45% before I get to the gym. But I'm about to take my pre. My mate very kindly gifted me Overdrive pre-workout by Dave Trains. Now I'm not one to fall for a hype train, but it actually seemed pretty decent when I tried half a serving yesterday alongside another pre. It tastes pretty good too, which usually I don't really care about the taste because the products aren't actually going to be representative of the taste. So I don't give a fuck what it tastes like. I'd much rather just get a full experience from whatever's in the panel. Now the panel on here is pretty solid. There's no digestive aid, which is something I always like to see, like whether that's bioperine or astragalus, so estrogen. I'm going to be taking a full serving of this today alongside some euphoria capsules. I was going to take 2 and then I changed my mind and I was like, instead I've got half a capsule left of yohimbine. Well, I've got more yohimbine, but I only want 5 mg, so I've got 5 mg of yohimbine, 1 euphoria capsule. I might take another one if I get to the gym and I'm still like I want to feel a bit more of a buzz. I'll probably fuck it, I'm just going to take 2, man. So we're going to take 2 euphoria capsules, 5 milligrams of yohimbine, and then obviously Overdrive as well. So that's going to be today's pre-workout stack for pool. Now I don't take ice every day. I wish I could. I wish I was 16 and I could still hack that, but I can't. On top of that, I also train a lot better, like especially like leg work. I couldn't get away with taking this sort of like stack on like a leg day because I'd just lose my composure. Pool day I can just about justify. I actually think I'm a firm believer in, if you want like the best pump possible, you actually need some stims, because if your blood pressure is higher, you get just a bit of a gnarlier pump. Even though stims cause vasoconstriction, if you have enough vasodilation to combat that from like pump products like L-citrulline or like agmatine sulfate, for example, you can almost get like an even gnarlier pump with some level of stims in there, just to again up your blood pressure PR. But yeah, 1 serving of this going down. I don't know if it's a heap scoop. I didn't weigh it, but I didn't feel like that was a very big scoop. So
stims, because
I'm actually just gonna put a little bit more in. Yeah, I've only had a white monster today, so it's not so much caffeine. Not too much caffeine, bro. A little bit more. Okay, I'm satisfied now. It smells pretty good. It's blue ras flavour. Usually I think blue ras flavours are pretty shit, but this one's actually like more so blue. Yeah, actually smells like what it's supposed to taste like, which is always a good sign. And that's how you make a daily driver pre-workout into a pretty high stim pre-workout. Right, I'll see you guys in the next clip. I'll probably be on my way to the gym, hopefully with a bit more battery life. And yeah, battery life, battery charge, battery life. Yes guys, we are back. It's been about 20-25 minutes since the last clip. Oh, my seat is yeah, it's been like 20-25 minutes since the last video clip that you saw. And I'm now off to the gym, which is about 5 minutes away, if that, depending on the traffic. So yes, off to the gym. I am also aware that the audio might not be amazing. I did just check, and it should be at least listenable, but you are coming through, I think, my car potentially, because I'm also playing music, which hopefully you can't hear because I'll probably get copyrighted. All my videos seem to get copyrighted anyway, so I don't really give a fuck. But either way, the audio quality hopefully isn't too shit. Hopefully my camera stays in at least a semi-acceptable sort of position. But yeah, we're off to the gym. I'll make my intro once I get to the gym. Probably won't show you that. It's pretty standard. I'm pretty sure I said that in the last video. None of you guys want to see me fucking make intro. It's pretty boring, really. One thing I'm really excited about. Oh shit, man. Serious issues there with the setup on the camera. One thing I'm really excited for. Oh, fucking hell, bro. Please stay. One thing I'm really... Oh, honestly, man. Alright. This angle's a little bit more promising, but at the same time, when my hand's on top of the wheel, can't really see anything. So either way, as I was sort of saying, I'm pretty excited for this session because last week we got a new row machine in, and sure as Mike. The gym got a new row-in, which is really, really nice. I've used it as an up and back row, and I was kind of messing around with it. It's quite nice for a unilateral sort of lat bias row, and because it drops off as you get into that sort of shortened position as well, it's really, really nice. So I'm going to try that out instead of a cable single arm row today. So I'm excited to try that out, see how it is, and yeah, it's going to be a good session. Got on the cards, we've got some rows, low row, a lot of lat work, a lot of unilateral lat work, which is pretty much the bulk of my pull sessions, but you know, lats are what I need, so it's got to be done. And then some bicep and delt work towards the end of the session. Pretty men's physique sort of style pull day. Gym is fucking quiet. There's 3 cars parked out front. That is great, bro. And one of them is a PT, so that is even better. But yeah, we're here. I'm gonna make my intro, hop on in, and then I'll record what I can. I don't know how much talking I'll do. As per, you know me, I just go in, I like to train. I don't really like to do dally too much. I will do some talking, I will talk to some people, but I'm here to train, and that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Oh. 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 Whoa. So we've just done 2 sets on there. We're now going to do a set dual arm as well. Now I used to do this on the machine pullover, but I've not been getting along with it. Well, I stopped getting along with it for a little while. It gets to the point where I find you have to be working in quite a high rep range to engage. I was just struggling to engage with it, to be like entirely honest with you, unless I was working at a very high rep range. And I just don't really enjoy it. I prefer cable pullovers, so I'm doing that instead. But yeah, I get along with it a lot better. And then after that, we'll go into our first first main sort of movement of the session, which is a unilateral single arm lat bias row. Got my intro here, which I start stepping pretty much as soon as I get to the gym, but I make sure I have consumed it like 2 hours or so before I would have, before I have my post. So it's pretty much in between my pre and my post workout meal. However, especially when this is like, when my food's quite high, I struggle to, I'm not someone who can just drink it all at once. So in order to actually get the most out of it for me, I like to sip it through like a 20 to 30 minute period. So for the first like couple of exercises, I'll have this all gone. Right guys, so this is our first lat biased, or like our first primary movement of the session. Of course, it's not our first lat biased movement, it's definitely not our first exercise. But either way, this is like the first primary movement in my opinion. The first two are more so potentiation exercises, you know, get a lot of blood flow into my lats. I'm someone who struggles to get a good connection with them, so being able to get a bit of blood flow into them prior to going into some of my sort of main movements, if you will, always works pretty well, just to establish that initial connection. We're going in, got 1.5 plates per side, per one side. This machine's pretty humbling, pretty heavy, so we'll see how we get along. But it feels pretty good so far. I've only done one warm up, but it should be quite good. Pretty good, pretty good. I was going to do that as a working set. Felt pretty good, so gonna go a bit heavier. I'll just double check the other side feels as good, because that's my weak side. I don't know what I'm doing with the plate loading wise, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference, so I'll just leave it like that for now. Good. This up a little bit more. Down. Right, let's go in. It's interesting because I had 2 plates loaded on this initially, and I was like fucking out, like a plate per side, like as in like 2 plates loaded total, right? And it was fucking heavy, man. But we're gonna go in with 1.75 on one side. So we've got 2 2.5s there for a 5. We'll see how this goes. You can always go heavier. Remember that, you can always go heavier. It's really nice. It's really nice, like matches up to the profile of the lat as well, really, really well. Because obviously it drops off into the short, because there's the most torque on the machine, or like basically the moment arm has the most torque in this position, in this bottom position. So really heavy in the stretch, and it drops off as you get into the short, which is perfect. Makes it very easy to fight through those like final few reps to get them fully short. Fucking hell. I might actually grow some lats. Maybe. I say it. I will. Really nice. I really like that. I'll do another set, but we've got so much more of that work to do. Alright, so next up, we've got the big one. We've got rows. Now, I was doing 3 sets on here in my off season, but my rectors, so I RDL on my leg day, which was yesterday, and my rectors just weren't really hacking it, and the quality of the work was dropping off. But I still wanted to do like 3 sets for my upper back, so instead I'm going to do 2 sets on here. I've been doing 1 set on the low row, which realistically is not going to be a bad thing. It's a slightly different angle, it's obviously a completely different movement pattern, but it's still going to be working the upper back musculature at the end of the day. And it's a lot nicer for my rectors, which is not me being a pussy. I'd much rather do 3 sets of rows, I enjoy them a lot more, but the quality drops off pretty quickly of these because I'm pretty cooked from yesterday's session, and also it was impacting my Saturday session, which is in like 3 days time. So if I want to be pretty fresh for my stiff legs, which is like my free rep movement, I need to be a bit more mindful. As you can see, we're onto the main movement of the session now. This is how much intro I've got left. This is my carb and my EAA. It will be like 2 hours before I have my pre. I've had this in the span of about 20 to 30 minutes max. And like, yes, there's definitely merit in like, you wouldn't eat a chicken breast over the course of 20 to 30 minutes unless your food's high and it takes you that long to eat it. But for digestive issues, to stop me feeling so sick, I prefer to sit this over a short period of time. So I will make sure it's bang in the middle of my pre and my post, but I'm not gonna rush to chug it. And I like having all my carbs pretty early in the session because I have my pre on my break at work. So that would have been already probably over an hour ago, hour and a half, maybe a bit longer. So either way, this is pretty much bang in the middle. It's going to have a good impact on performance. I also put some L-citrulline in there today, basically just a re-up of some pump products basically. So we've got like 2 grams of L-citrulline, 30 grams of intra-workout carbs, 1 serving of an EAA, and then some pink salt, probably about 2 grams. I don't wear it, to be honest. As you can see, I don't really need to waste much time warming up here. I'm already a fair bit into the session. Yeah, I haven't really done any erector loading or hamstring loading or anything like that, but I'm pretty warm. I've been on my feet all day. So realistically, do I need to waste more energy doing like 8, 10, 12 reps warming up? Absolutely not. I've been at 1.5 for the past couple of weeks. To be honest, today I just want to send something a bit heavier. Fuck it. I'll always do my top set on here, a little bit more on the sloppy side. I've done sloppier than what I'll be about to do. I've also done stricter than what I'm about to do. But for me right now, this is like the most effective way of doing it in my opinion. And at least for this top set, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I think too many people give a fuck about how other people train. You know, like if it's your client, fair enough. But if it's someone who's irrelevant to you, like just crack on, let them do what the fuck they do. It's up to them on how much progress they make. It's not inhibiting you making progress, so why stress about it? That's just gonna bring you more problems than it is them. So yeah, if someone's rowing sloppier than you, fair enough, man. It's not like they're trying to claim a world record row, I don't think. So I don't think it really matters. Whenever I'm doing something heavy, I always need to be grounded. I used to train a lot more in socks, but train a lot more in Vans now. But either way, I need those Vans to be pretty tight. This, not so much. If it was legs, I'd actually tie them up, but I'm not training legs, but I still want them to be pretty tight, so I'm just gonna readjust them. Seems silly, but to me it makes a lot of difference, not just like physiologically, but also psychologically. And if you're going into a set with any sort of psychological doubt, you know, the chances are you're not gonna get the most out of that set. And I'm not gonna allow for that. One thing I personally see a lot of people do as well on a row, on a bent over row, is cardiovascular is not there right now, all those stims. But either way, one thing I see a lot of people do is as soon as they can, on a horizontal row, this is something I actually see quite a lot really, but as soon as they can't get their elbows fully all the way back, like into full retraction, they call the set. In reality, why not rinse that entire contractile range? Yes, it potentially is going to cause more fatigue going into the next set. But if you do it all the time, it's not going to make a difference when it comes to tracking it, is it? And on top of that, like it's not like a press. You can't really do partials on a press. But on the pulling motion, I think there's a lot of merit to really rinsing that full contractile range. You know, there's going to be some drop off on 90% of exercises that are for your back anyway, on how far you can get your elbow back, whether that's a unilateral pull down. There's going to be drop off in the range of motion. Whether that's an upper back row, there's going to be drop off in how far you get your elbows back. So why stop as soon as you can't get your elbows all the way back? You're still getting a lot out of 60, 70, 80% of the range of motion. So fucking rinse it. Oh. Oh! 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 Ay! 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 Oh! Oh! Right guys, so, oh, focus. That is the back segment of this video, pretty much wrapped up. I'll do one frontal, we've got lateral raises now, done my lateral raises. I'm gonna put my phone on charge. Got one set of a like wide grip pull down or a wide grip pull up. Basically a wide grip, sort of upper back bias, pull through that sort of frontal plane. I probably won't film that, I might, it's kind of just extra volume on top of what I already do. Oh my god, more volume, scary. No, I just want more back, bro. It's as simple as that. And I also really enjoy pull downs and they're not in my program, so that's why I kind of do them. But I'm going to put you on charge on the Stairmaster so I can film some bits towards the end because I'm currently just dipped below 10%. But I'll hit lateral raise, well, basically I'm going to hit dumbbell lateral raises, that frontal pull, machine lateral raises, which is my video, and, alright guys, and rear delts, and then I'll be done. So, I'll chat to you guys in the next clip. In case you couldn't tell, we are back. My phone is above 10% again, so if you're wondering why my phone is actually so low, it's because I went to bed last night and it was charging. I literally double checked it was charging. And I woke up this morning about 20 minutes before my alarm was going to go off. And I looked at my phone, I was checking the time because I was like, oh, okay, I feel like I'm about to get up soon. And yeah, it turns out it was on like, well, I literally went on my phone and it died instantly. And I was like, well, I'm going to end up now anyway. And it's a good thing I did wake up because otherwise I would have missed my alarm, would have been late for work, and it would have thrown my whole day off. So kind of a blessing in disguise that I woke up 20 minutes before my alarm went off. It's also good that I checked my phone. I never check my phone when I wake up because I don't like knowing the time, but that was the one, like one of the only times I've checked my phone when I've woken up. And it paid off, to be honest, because my phone literally died straight away. My alarms wouldn't have gone off and I would have been screwed. But yeah, so I got up and that's why it's so low, because it hasn't had a chance to actually charge all day. I managed to charge it up to like 50% before I left. But yeah, that's why it's so low. Right guys, we've got the final, well, it's not the final delt exercise because we've still got rear delts, but coming towards the end of the session. Now I know a lot of you are probably thinking this is quite a high volume workout, and relative to my other sessions, it definitely is, but at the same time it's kind of high volume because I definitely need more back, so that's definitely a specificity in that regard. But also at the same time, like my recovery abilities are sound. Like I progress pretty much every set, every single week most of the time. Like I know it's not too much volume because I am performing well in the session. And also on top of that, if I feel shit, I will also regulate volume. For example, like when I was doing 3 sets on the rows, when I was in my off season, before I started feeling a bit meh, I would also regulate it. Like if I did 2 sets and I was absolutely smoked, I would leave it there. That very rarely happened. I literally always did 3 sets. But my point is, like if I feel absolutely smoked in a session, I will also regulate volume. But at the same time, the chance that that occurring is. The chances of that occurring, are pretty slim, so I don't really need to. But either way, we've got the unbranded seated lateral raise, which I'm going to be doing single arm. If you can stack a single arm seated lateral raise, it's not impressive. I'm sorry, like this, I can stack this single arm. But at the same time, if you do it dual arm, that actually is impressive. And that's coming from someone who's a pretty mediocre presser and lateral raiser. So yeah, if you can dual arm like any sort of seated stack, I think that's pretty impressive personally. But yeah, if you're doing it single arm, it's not that impressive. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like, you can leverage it so well. Look. I don't even know how much. Okay, I've got like a third of the stack, but like, you see what I mean? You can like manipulate the leverages pretty easily there. After this, we've got literally just the beige and curl and rear delts, and then we're done. But I don't know how much of that I'll film, because I also want to film some posing. But yeah, we'll just see it, we'll just crack on. So we've got 2 sets on here, 3 sets on the beige and curl, 2 or 3 sets on the rear delt fly, and then we're done for the session. And yeah, then it's time to get some food, man. Whoa! Hey! Yes, people, we are back, and I haven't allowed my phone to die, which is great. I actually was surprised how much I was able to film. I kept going on the Stairmaster and plugging in my phone so I could like charge it for a bit, and it worked pretty well. The only thing I don't think I recorded was the beige and curls, which is sound. I even recorded some rid out, so I recorded pretty much everything, to be fair, which is cool, because I didn't expect that whatsoever. But yeah, it was a really good session. Hi guys, it was a really good session. And I'm really happy with performance across the board, and I really enjoyed doing the unilateral lat row. Now that was quite a long session. It was always quite a long session, but I also do some posing at the end. I'm never really in this session, like I'm never really in a rush, because I like taking my time. Like, it's one reason I always find, like, when it comes to training with other individuals, like, don't allow, like, if you're training with someone who trains at a faster pace than you, don't allow them necessarily to like rush you through your session, because that's only going to take away from your performance. And it's one of those things where, you know, everyone's going to have their own pace that they go through that session at, which is fair enough. But at the same time, like, especially if you're leading the session, don't allow like someone else to control like the sort of speed you go at, because everyone's going to have their own pace. And like the last thing you want is to rush through a few exercises and then see like shit performance, you know, and like see the quality sort of drop off. So don't allow for that. And I've just heard a rattle, which actually reminds me, but I actually bought this at the gym. So basically I ran out of a sleep aid. Now I really like having a sleep aid, especially after like leg days, for example, because my, like, last night I didn't have a sleep aid. I had magnesium. I even took twice the amount of magnesium that I usually had, alongside like ashwagandha, I guess, which is also going to help with sleep really, and like cortisol management. But either way, I slept fucking awfully. I think like I was in bed for probably just shy of like 7 hours, but I think I probably slept for about 5 hours ish. Like, I don't know, it's hard to tell because I don't feel like I slept at all, because I felt like I was like constantly waking up, but I never felt like I actually entered a deep sleep. But either way, I slept pretty awfully, and like I said, I woke up 20 minutes before my alarm went off, which, as much as it was a lifesaver, it was also like a bit shit, because like I could have really done with a bit more sleep. But either way, I'm not gonna fucking moan about that, because shit like that happens, you know. And it didn't really affect my session, which is the whole reason. Like I had a client who have like a similar night's sleep as well, and they were like, should I train today? I've had like 5 hours sleep. And realistically, I think, yeah, like you could, like, depending on your split as well, you could definitely say like, oh yeah, I'm not going to train today. But at the end of the day, like, you feel, yeah, your goals don't give a fuck about how you feel, you know. So I basically told him, go train, bro. Like, if he felt really shit, he could obviously like auto-regulate the session a little bit, but like one night of poor sleep when you're on like an okay amount of food is not going to be fucking detrimental, in my opinion. But anyway, I got this this new sleep aid. It's capsules. It's called Buried Alive. It's got a pretty stacked panel, to be fair. I'm a big fan of all the ingredients in there. My last sleep aid had phenybutin, which meant I couldn't really take it every day. To be fair, I don't really like taking melatonin every day. But either way, phenybutin you can't really take every day because you get withdrawal effects. So I didn't take it every day, but I like having it after legs. And I ran out on Saturday, and then I was about to order Train by JP Dream Sleep, which I'm yet to try, to be fair. But then they got this in at Sups, and I was like, this looks better in my opinion on panel, so I got that, and I'm going to try that out tonight. Also, one thing I like about it being capsules, which is the same for like Train by JP Dream Sleep, is that you can kind of control the dose, for example. So I also really like that this doesn't have ashwagandha in, because I sometimes, like, I take ashwagandha separately. I don't need more ashwagandha on top of what I already take. It can actually cause adverse effects like anxiety as well if you take too much ashwagandha. I'm not going to film anything else, I don't think. I thought about filming my post-workout, or like a little bit when I get home, but I don't really think it's very interesting. If you guys have like anything you kind of want to see me do, like if you have any ideas like content wise, please comment below. I would really appreciate that. But I think this is going to be the end of the video now, guys, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope you took something positive from this video, whether that was you learning something new or just had a good time while you're eating your whatever meal you're eating. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one.